Is this the end? My only friend, the end. Welcome everybody to another episode of Savage Crash. Here with me, Suppoman, your superhero of cryptocurrency. Today the market cap is at 330 billion, which is a 30 billion decrease from yesterday when I started the video. However, it is a whole 63 billion increase from what it was this morning. So, what does that mean for you? And what does this signal for the future? Now, if you're excited to learn what this means for you, is this the last opportunity to get amazing sales, cryptocurrencies, altcoins, then smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. And if you haven't yet joined Team Suppoman, just smash that subscribe button and that bell as well, just so that you get notified when I go live, and you will get a daily cryptocurrency video. So let me just make sure that I'm live and everything. It looks like I'm live. I've got my microphone in. You will get a yes, I is live. So smash up the likes, peeps, smash up the likes. So it has been a very, very interesting 12 hours. Okay, so the market cap has just been dwindling the whole time. Bitcoin has gone well under $7,000. It went under $7,000 last night, and there I was thinking, here we go. The next support line is about $6,000, okay? Because it broke through the 7,000 mark. It broke through that mental barrier. You know, round numbers, when it's 7,000, 6,000, 8,000, those are like the support numbers, okay? Once it breaks through one, it goes down towards the other. So I went to sleep last night when Bitcoin was about 6,600, and I was thinking, shall I buy now? Shall I buy now? And I thought, no, I'm going to wait for it to drop overnight, because it always happens, pretty much always happens. And I woke up this morning, 7 a.m. UK time, to the most incredible sight. The most incredible sight. Bitcoin was under $6,000. Ethereum was in the low $600. A load of cryptocurrencies were at just incredible prices. The prices I have not seen for 4 months. Some of these prices were just absolutely insane. You know, the market cap itself went down to the most insane number. It went down to 260, 200 and, no, I think it went down lower. It went down lower. The market cap actually went down to 267 billion. 267 billion. I have not seen that figure since mid-November, just before the market soared again. Okay, so, you know, you know, the market was just ever so slightly declining. It then went up for a little bit, and then it has just led to a massive decline, and it reached its lowest figures. And then since this morning, it has been going gradually back up. Why? So, yesterday, the Dow Jones, the American stock market, suffered the worst day in over 6 years. The worst day. $1 trillion left the market. $1 trillion. It lost a whole trillion in value. However, you don't see everybody saying, oh, the stock market's dead. Oh, the Dow Jones is over. American stocks is over. If you watch any of these like CNBC or any of these like financial channels, Bloomberg, all that crap, what they tend to say is, you know, oh, you know, Bitcoin plunges. Is this the end? You know, is this the end of cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency has no chance of surviving, blah, blah, blah. Getting Warren Buffett to come and say, oh, cryptocurrencies is going to meet a bad end. All that junk. But you don't see any of that crap when Dow Jones suffers the worst day 6 years. Worst day in 6 years. And in tandem with cryptocurrency suffering a bad day. But you don't see it talked about in the same way, do you? So, where's this money going? Where's it being reinvested? You know, if the stock market has lost $1 trillion, where's that money going? Possibly to cryptocurrency, particularly when the value of everything is so low. Look at this article, came out earlier today. Cryptocurrency market drops to lowest value since November. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you will have seen my little pearls of wisdom during this time. When the market is down, when there's fear and blood on the streets, that is the time to buy. It's a rhetoric I keep on reiterating time after time, every time there's a sale. And the reason why is because it's easy for me to say, but very difficult for people to listen. Lots of people don't listen. The people most burnt are the ones that bought in the opposite scenario. They are the ones that bought when the social proof was there, when prices were skyrocketing, when Bitcoin was at its absolute highest. That was the time when you were seeing people buying in because it had the social proof. People were buying when there was confidence on the streets, when there was happiness, when people were, confident that the price was just going to keep on going up, when the market was up. So people buy. They buy when the market is up. They buy the opposite of this situation. Remember that. Now, that presented 5 hours ago Second Chance Cafe for me. It was time for me to buy, to go radio silent and buy again. So what will you do? You decide. Are you going to take that risk? Are you going to buy when the prices are low, or are you going to be bogged down by that fear? And this puts it really, really nicely. Bitcoin hits 20k. Investor says, I wish I'd gone in at 7k. Bitcoin hits 7k. Investor says, the bubble's burst, I'm selling, I'm getting out. You see what I mean? So it's counterintuitive, isn't it? The investors are always saying, I wish I got in early. Particularly the smaller ones, the ones that aren't necessarily well versed at playing the game. They say things like, oh, I wish I'd gotten in much earlier. I wish I'd got in when the bubble was much smaller. But as soon as they actually get their wish, they are fearful and then they don't buy. Okay, so do you see what I mean? When the confidence is drained from the market, people do not want to buy. That is the time to enter in, like I said yesterday and today, obviously. So I was having a lot of fun today. Now, I may or may not be right in that this is the bottom. This may not be the last chance. This may not be the last chance. The market cap has gone from 270 something to 340, and then it's reduced to 328 billion, and now it's back up to 335 billion. Have we seen the worst of it? Well, something that's dictating that is this. There is a meeting today in Washington where, and I think I've spoken to you about this, where essentially a big regulatory meeting where they're going to be discussing the future of cryptocurrencies. Now that is happening now. It started 4 minutes ago. Okay, so they are meeting today, and just to show you really essentially what the point of it is that because this guy here, this Twitter account has put everything nice and summarized for you. So what they're looking to do is they're looking to really reiterate the situation. They're looking to look at cryptocurrencies and how America and the SEC treat cryptocurrencies. At the moment, if you are an American citizen, you want to take part in ICOs, you can't. And the reason why is because of SEC laws. It's because they haven't taken a proper look. They are initially just classing everything as a security risk, and you can't get involved in it until it hits an exchange. So what they're looking to do is they are looking to, I suppose, clarify the position, look at it more properly, and look at certain points. So what they're looking to do is preserve innovation. Okay, now innovation comes in the form of ICOs. ICOs are the startups. They're the ones looking to get funding for their ideas. Continued efficacy, so effectiveness of the Howey test. Now the Howey test is where you see whether a cryptocurrency is a token, like a utility token, or a security. Okay, so they're going to be looking at doing proper tests and maintaining this Howey test for seeing, on the face of it, is it a cryptocurrency that passes the Howey test or fails the Howey test? Okay, so they're looking to basically just control the situation a bit more, and this could go in favor of cryptocurrency. Now, I don't know necessarily if this is going to, if this is going to have any decisions now, or if this is just going to lead to, increased talks, if it's going to lead to regulation in the future. Not necessarily quite sure. But what I can say is that this is a positive step for cryptocurrency because they are assessing the future in America of cryptocurrencies. And like I said, what they want to do is they want to keep the innovation going. As they said here, America was built on ingenuity, vision, and the spirit of entrepreneurs who tackled old and new problems in new and innovative ways. And the thing is that, cryptocurrency is leading to the best kind of technological advancement in the world right now. Okay, we got the blockchain technology, which is essentially looking to revolutionize a lot of industries. You can see how that's happening with the likes of Power Ledger. There's this article here. This is a British entrepreneur. She actually founded Ultimo. Ultimo is basically bras that I think, what are they? Like Wonder Bra type things, like making your, well, if you're a girl, obviously, making your like boobs look a lot nicer. Sexy stuff. Anyway, so she is former Ultimo CEO, and now she's launching her own cryptocurrency where she is looking to get more females into the space. Okay, more females into kind of like the blockchain space, I suppose. Okay, so she's looking to launch an ICO. So, you know, credible business people. You know, this very, very credible business person in the UK, very well-known business person is Michelle Moan, is looking to do her own ICO. So you can see, you know, where things are going. You can see that this is being taken seriously by a lot of people. So, with this in mind, this is signalling that cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. Okay, despite, you know, volatility arguments, is this the end of the really good volatile movements of cryptocurrencies? You know, regardless of that, which is a separate subject, which I'm going to come on to in a minute, the technology that cryptocurrency and blockchain is bringing to the world is what's going to bring more and more people into blockchain. Blockchain's going to be a big word for the like modern world right now. Like a lot of people that have not a clue what blockchain is, you know, a lot, you know, the masses, the 99% of people out there that aren't in cryptocurrency and haven't got a clue what blockchain is, they're going to be introduced to that as more businesses take it up, use it to innovate their own businesses to make them work more efficiently, more effectively. That's the advantages of blockchain. So the technology is going nowhere. Cryptocurrency is going nowhere. And this is why I like to get involved in only the projects which have good long-term potential. Because if they've got good long-term potential, that means that they are going to grow with the market. If they haven't got long-term potential, if they're just a shit coin, if they're just, you know, staking coin that has absolutely no value, no utility, doesn't innovate the space at all, doesn't innovate any niche at all, that's unlikely to go very far. You know, they've got their benefits. You know, you can get some free coins, which you can then, you know, exchange for a longer-term coin. But really, you want to be looking at the projects that are bringing something new to the space or doing something better than existing competition are providing to the space. So, with that in mind, you know, moving now on to the volatility. I don't think the volatility is going anywhere. You can see the volatility straight away in the fact that this, you know, the cryptocurrency market has essentially lost almost 100 billion in the space of 24 hours, and then it's recovered 70 billion. Essentially 70 billion in the last 24 hours. Okay, so it just goes to show volatility has gone absolutely nowhere. It's just, you know, the fear. It's just the fear leads to people thinking, oh, it's the end and everything. But as soon as there's a bit of confidence, you know, the prices skyrocket again. I've been doing a lot of buying in, you know, the last 5 hours, okay? I only just completed it, hence why I'm here. And I've bought a load of cryptocurrencies, and I'll tell you about those in a minute. But essentially, you know, I put here, goddamn, the prices are flying. As soon as there is a bit of confidence back in the market, the prices fly. The prices absolutely fly. So I've been accumulating. I don't take a full position. I've spent about 20 Bitcoin today. 12 Bitcoin alone on one exchange, because that one exchange holds most of the cryptocurrencies I've liked. So I have spread 20 Bitcoin across a load of altcoins today. And whether or not they kind of go down or up doesn't really matter to me, because I'm happy with purchasing at the dip. Where I wouldn't have been happy is, you know, if we go back to this page here, where I wouldn't have been happy would have been purchasing at when it was up here, when it was at 830 billion, when it was at 830 billion, that was the wrong time to buy. But there were people buying. You know, there's always people buying. How do you think the price got up to here? There are always people buying, always people investing. Whenever you're selling, you're selling to someone who's buying at the end of the day. So there's always people buying. And I wait until 60% retracement. Now, it's very, very rare. You would see a whole 60% being lost in the market, in the entire market. But it has happened. A whole, like, 68% has been lost from this point down to this lowest point. I've waited so long to do the work. And I say this each and every time. I always do my work during the red days, during the red periods, and this is one of the best there has been. And even if it continues, and you know, the worst kind of predictions, this is a 6-month drought, is going to be going on for some time. I don't think so. Okay, mostly people are wrong in this space, is what I found out. Nobody can control what's happening in the market. Now the thing is that when it went down to 6,000 Bitcoin, that is $6,000 a Bitcoin. What that essentially is a whole 2/3 of the price it was back up here. Now the big traders, the big whales, they want to be rich in Bitcoin. That is the ultimate plan, to be wildly rich in Bitcoin. So let's say they had 1,000 Bitcoin up here. What they probably did was put it into Tether, crash the market, and over the course of time, other whales have joined in the process, sending cryptocurrency going right down to here. Now, the people that tethered their stuff up here and didn't lose it in any hacks or anything will have been able to buy Bitcoin at well over 2/3 of the price it was up here. Okay, so they could, well over 2/3, you know, they could have got it at 6,000 where they sold it at 20,000 or 18,000. So they could get 3 times more. So if they had 1,000 Bitcoin, they now got 3,000 Bitcoin. And what's going to happen is that is going to make the price skyrocket. And even if the price falls, the people who sold up here and bought down here are going to still be insanely rich in Bitcoin. And they just have to just wait then. They've done the work. They did the work up here, and then they've done more work down here, which is the time when you need to be working. This is the time when you should be buying. You should be buying when everybody else is fearing to buy, because that means the price is just dropping, dropping, dropping. And then when a big whale makes a purchase, that makes this kind of effect happen. It's like this small tick happen. Okay, so people are now getting back involved. There's confidence returning back to the market. And, you know, there will be periods. I dare say, look, it's 335 now. It's still 335. Excellent. I thought it went down. Anyway, so it's 335. It's probably going to go up. It's probably going to go up a bit more. It may go down, but will it go down to where it got to? Probably not. Is this going to go up substantially in time from where it is now? Yes. Is it going to go over 830 billion again? Yes, it is, for sure, definitely. It's definitely going to go over 1 trillion this side of the summer, I believe. And then over summer, it's just going to have another ball run, potentially. But I do think it's going to hit 1 trillion. And even if it doesn't hit 1 trillion by summer, I think it's going to hit 1 trillion by the end of the year. And that's being incredibly modest. But that's because I don't want, you know, people say, oh, Superman, you said this, oh, you said that. I can only go based on gut feeling. And the fact of the matter is that there are a ton of people that are out there with just waiting for the confidence to be restored. Once they see the social proof, once they see that people are happy to buy again, they will buy. Okay, that's when it's going to happen. And that is going to have a chain reaction, a very similar chain reaction to what's caused what's happened here. This is a chain reaction of sell-off. Then there's going to be a chain reaction of buying up. And then it's just going to go well above, because we've seen where cryptocurrency can go. We've seen the potential of it. We've seen a ton of really good cryptocurrencies and projects entering the space. And it's, of course, people are going to start jumping on them. I personally jump on them now. This is the time when I do it. And so if the price goes lower, I don't care, because I'm a long-term investor. So as the price goes up, I'm only going to see the benefits of investing when the price was under, when the market cap was under 300 billion. Okay, so let's now take you through what I have bought today, and then I'm going to open it out. So Trinity is one of the ones I bought today. I bought it for 16 cents today. Now, initially, I bought Trinity at 21 cents. Now, we've seen what Trinity can do. And Trinity has gone up to 40 cents, okay? And I've spoken about Trinity tons and tons of times. You can see all the videos, Box Mining and Lola, and the Savage review I did on it. This went down to 14 cents, okay? This went down to 14 cents. I missed that, but I got a whole 2 cents less than this, okay? What else did I get today? I got Internet Node Token. I got Internet Node Token at 17 cents today. It really dropped. Okay, now I initially bought this at 42 cents or so. No, 37 cents I got this at. And it really tanked today. Look, it really, really tanked. I can't even get that bottom point where it tanked, but it really, really tanked. And look where it is now. It's already made a miraculous recovery, considering this went to $1.17. $1.07 it went up to. So the potential for gains is massive. And this was only just getting started. This was only booming a month ago. A month ago, it was really going for it before the market affected the price. So this has got so many gains attached to it, and it's still only 26 cents. You know, this is nearly, not quite, but half the price I got it at initially, and I was very happy with. So, you know, so there's so much potential of where this is going to go. Another one, Icon. Another one that I got today. Now, I already had some Icon, but I wanted to take another position on it because I think this has more potential than I initially thought. And I thought the price was just too high to get in at. Now, this went down to 280 something. No, it went down even lower than that. Now, I got it at 288, I think, or something like that. So look where it got 258. This, essentially, what's happened has wiped out all the growth they experienced on the lead up to 12 something dollars. $10 apparently. So, you know, what has happened has wiped it right down to where it was back in December. Okay, so, you know, so this was a really good opportunity to get back into Icon if you wanted to, and it's still mega cheap. Another one, I don't think it's on here, Medical Chain. Medical Chain went down to just above ICO price. It was 29 cents on Qcoin, so I got some on Qcoin. I was happy with that, and I think that that it's gone up to 34 cents. May have dropped down a little bit. I don't quite know. What else did I get? What else did I get? There was one more. Aha! Yes, how could I forget? I took a really heavy position in QuantStamp. Okay, so QuantStamp is... I was really bullish on QuantStamp because this went down to 15 cents. 15 cents this went down to. And I bought some QuantStamp. I bought some more QuantStamp, sorry. Bought some more QuantStamp. And I took a massive position. I bought nearly 7 figures worth of QuantStamp because I know this is going to be so epic as the technological space, as the Ethereum space, as it gets bigger, which it is going to get bigger because there's going to be more smart contracts, there's going to be more smart contract apps, there's going to be more cryptocurrencies using smart contracts as a mechanism, and therefore having this auditing company, which is QuantStamp, as the standard for making sure that smart contracts are working all okay, this is going to be a huge cryptocurrency. So I absolutely had no issues with getting this mega cheap, putting in a big fat buy order of QuantStamp, and if it goes any lower, I've got another buy order for if it does go lower, because I think QuantStamp's just going to be absolutely magnificent. I can't wait to see how this one, and this is really early stage QuantStamp, really in the early stages. So it's an absolutely beautiful time to get into it because the price at the moment, let's just go back, the price at the moment is so super low. Look, it was at this point ages ago. It was at this price a long time ago. You know, back in December it was at this price, and even if we go back to November, it was at this price. You know, so, you know, what has happened in literally the last kind of few days has wiped out all that growth that this was looking to achieve. And I think that QuantStamp's going to be, I think it's going to be, you know, just under $10 by the end of the year, based on how the Ethereum apps are growing and how many cryptocurrencies and ICOs are essentially created off the Ethereum blockchain. They're going to be using the likes of QuantStamp, and of course QuantStamp provide airdrops to people who are holders of QuantStamp and care about QuantStamp. They are providing airdrops of all of the ICOs that they are auditing. So it's got a twofold benefit. You get the free coins, plus you are investing in essentially like the PwC of the future, okay, like an auditing company of the future. So that's what I've been doing today. I have been really bullish, and as you've just heard from me, essentially, whether or not it goes down from this point, I don't care. I'll just accumulate more. That is that's basically the way I work. And if you follow me, that you'll know that's the way I work. So, is it on the up? Is the question. Yes, it's on the up. is this going to maintain? Well, we have to wait and see. As I said, that meeting of the SEC started 20 minutes ago or so. So we just have to wait and see how that kind of progresses, what comes out of that as a result. And the fact of the matter is that whether or not anything does come out of it, cryptocurrency is going absolutely nowhere. All cryptocurrency needs is confidence restored. That's all it needs. Confidence restored. At the moment, fear is the predominant emotion in cryptocurrency. That is what's led the cryptocurrency market cap to go from 830 billion to 330 billion. Okay? So fear is the predominant effect. And the two sentiments that dominate cryptocurrency are greed and fear. And once the greed sentiment starts to take over, that is when you're going to see everything absolutely skyrocketing. All right? So Mexico, let's have a look, see what you guys are saying. By the way, smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. Ah, such a beautiful day. To let it get away. So what are you guys saying? Let's have a look. Let's see. What are you guys fancying today? Icon, good. Messages. Suppoman should work on CNBC. Oh, be so good. Can you imagine? Do you see those people? Do you see when they are arguing, debating? Oh, cryptocurrency's a scam. Oh, cryptocurrency's going down. And then they get pundits that essentially, like, corroborate that story. And then they get some bozo who's from cryptocurrency to argue the point. And he can't argue, right? Get me on there. I'm the one that can take these peeps on. So anyway, so Mexico. Yes, I should work for CNBC. Thank you, Bubbles. That's a great suggestion. Won't the huge amount of new ICOs thin out the value? That's a great question. This is by Anders. Won't the huge amount of ICOs thin out the value of each cryptocurrency? The total number of cryptocurrencies is increasing very fast. What are my thoughts on that? Well, my thoughts ultimately on that is that I think there's a lot of space. I mean, look, there's 1,500 cryptocurrencies right now. It spreads out the wealth. It will make the market cap go larger anyway. And if there are new investors that gravitate to a new type of cryptocurrency, it only brings new investors into the market, which then can buy some of the existing ones. So let's say, you've never heard of cryptocurrencies before, and then all of a sudden you hear about Power Ledger. You hear Power Ledger in Australia. You hear that they are revolutionising electricity and the way electricity is supplied and bought. And then you all of a sudden think, wow, this sounds really good. Then you look into it and you think, you know what, I want to buy a piece of that. Then you look, how do I buy a piece of that? Where is it on the Dow Jones or whatever the stock market is in Australia? And then they'll be like, oh, it's a cryptocurrency. That's how I own a bit. And then they look at cryptocurrency and then they get attracted to other cryptocurrencies. So do I think it's going to thin out and spread the wealth? Yeah, it is. And it is ultimately going to, I suppose, people are going to have their favourites. But with new investors being brought in via 1 or 2 ICOs, they're going to start researching other cryptocurrencies and take bigger positions as they get richer. So I only see this being a great thing. I only see it allowing the ecosystem to grow. But what I also think is that over time, a lot of these ICOs are going to die out. There's 1,500 cryptocurrencies. Could you name 1,300 of them or 1,400 of them? Probably not. You've got your favourites. Everybody's got their favourites. And eventually, the ones that don't get any investment, they will wither and die because the teams won't bother working on them anymore. They'll pivot and find another cryptocurrency ICO to launch, or they'll just leave the game totally. And, some of them will die. Some of them will die, hence why it's important to get into the ones that have good long-term potential. AdBank below ICO pricing. I haven't looked properly into AdBank. I've met with AdBank and I know what their value proposition is. But, is it a good investment? If it's under ICO price, I think it probably is. Did I buy titanium? No, I didn't buy titanium. No. I missed the opportunity for titanium. It was at 85 cents when I was looking to buy some. And it had already gone down to 70, look at that, 68 cents. So I thought, no, I'm not going to get into titanium after all. I thought I'd wait for that a bit because I wanted to take bigger positions in the ones that I did like. Bitcoin Cash versus BTC, please. Well, You know, nothing. I mean, look, the market cap's gone up 343. This is on par with where it was 24 hours ago. So it's almost cancelled out that massive dip. And that dip was the time to get in. That dip was the time to get in. And if it happens again, then I would go for it. Because, you know, it's certainly gone up from the point that it was at. Because a lot of the whales, this is where the whales start working. Okay, this is where the whales start thinking, right, is it time? Is it time? Is now the time? Have we dropped it enough? And it went down to 6,000. A lot of people are now buying it back up. And the volume, look, 13 billion. Absolutely ginormous. Ginormous. So a lot of people are taking money out of Tether now and putting it back into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to continue to be amazing. And the thing is about Bitcoin Cash is that really it's a brand versus another brand. You know, it's essentially Bitcoin versus Roger Ver. It's not Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash. It's Bitcoin versus Roger Ver. Roger Ver is the name behind Bitcoin Cash. And, you know, is Bitcoin Cash that amazing? Well, it's probably an efficiency on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is still Bitcoin. And it's really just a case of how much publicity can Roger Ver drum up over the course of this year. I think that Bitcoin Cash is a really good investment, particularly at this price, because it was at 2,000 and went up to 4,000. I think that Bitcoin Cash is a good investment just to see this fight between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash that's likely to happen over the course of time. So, you know, it's worth having a punt in it because it is so super cheap and it's under 4 figures at the moment. Lamdern. What do you think about Trinity? I love Trinity. I love Trinity. So good. Why did you not buy more Cardano? I'll tell you why I didn't buy more Cardano. Because I took a massive position in Cardano at 1.8 cents. It's a bit like people saying, why haven't you bought more VeChain? Because I took a major position enough when it was 92 cents, I think it was. It was 89, 90 cents. And then I got on it and it was already going up. I got it at 92 cents, I think. And then it went up to $1 pretty much straight away. And then me and Boxmining spoke about it and then it just rocketed from there. So I haven't bothered buying any more VeChain. There's no point in buying more VeChain because I already own a shit ton already. Just like I own Cardano. So there's no need to buy more Cardano. I bought a load at $1.08 and I bought 1.8 cents. Plus, I bought some more Cardano when it was 32 cents just before Christmas. And that was enough for me. Or 29 cents, I think it was. Because I just wanted to get it up to... can't remember how much I've got of it, but a lot. I wanted to get it up to a nice round figure. Check out response from this. I can't check out every response. So, you know. A lot of people message me and... Cargo X, no, I didn't get a position on Cargo X. I didn't get a position on Cargo X because, quite frankly, although I think it's although I think that there is a potential pain point, I don't think it's that investable, to be honest, anymore. And let me see, is Cargo on here? Oh, it is. It is. Cargo X, 10 cents. Congratulations. So Cargo X, I'm not that sold on. I prefer stronger cryptocurrencies. I think what you've got to understand about me ultimately is that I am giving my perspective. I get involved in cryptocurrencies I personally believe in, are pains that I think need solving, and I invest accordingly. Just because, you know, you may see a product and think it looks amazing and say, Superman, what do you think of this? And I look at it and I think, what a pile of shit. But if you believe in it, then go for it. But I look at cryptocurrencies that I believe solve a great pain, are unique and technologically advanced, and at the same time can lead to anything from times 50 to times 1,000 gains. Now, I personally don't really cash out at times 50. I cash out at times 100 at least, okay? So, you know, and you should always take some profits every now and again when it is at times 100 or times 200 or whatever. Take profits. Don't take out your whole position, but it would be naive, I guess, sometimes to leave it completely in, because when a crash happens, it can cancel that times 100, times 200, back down to times 70 or times 50 or times 20 or something. So you don't want to miss out all the time. Sometimes you want to cash out. some profits, because, you know, if it goes up to the extent of times 100, times 200, you should every now and again. But don't sell your whole position. Don't sell your whole position, because that means that when it achieves times 500, times 1,000 later on, you know, in a couple of years' time, then you miss out on all that money. Okay, but sometimes it's worth cashing out, particularly if you see the sats value of something you really want at a very good price. Okay, because sometimes the sats value is unforgiving. It will just go. And even if you achieve times 500, times 1,000, the sats value of whatever you've liked has probably gone up to such an extent you probably could have got at a better price if you sold at times 100 of the cryptocurrency you're taking profits out on. So that is how to do it, peeps. That is how to do it. Smash up the likes, Michelle. Yes. Ethereum. Yes, Ethereum was definitely a buy this morning, and it's still cheap. Now, Ethereum is good to buy in ICOs. I am going to be taking a very large position in an ICO coming up, which you guys are probably aware of. I've already got a shit ton of Ethereum, but the Ethereum I bought was a lot more expensive than it is now. I bought a load when it was cheap, and even more when it was expensive. So, you know, so it's always worth buying some Ethereum if you're looking to take part in ICOs and you don't have much Ethereum. Look, we're seeing greens now. This is the level at which things are growing now. When I looked this morning, everything was double-digit red. Large double-digit red. And the funny thing is that I thought, how can it get much worse than yesterday? But it did, and it did catastrophically. It did significantly. And now we're seeing greens. So there we are. Last Chance Cafe. Has the Last Chance Cafe gone? Nearly at 350 billion. More than it was this time yesterday. So amazing. Blockcat. What do I think of Blockcat? I like Blockcat. Blockcat is the making smart contracts between you and another without technical expertise. It's okay, but I'm not in it anymore. I've what's the word? I have sold quite a few of my positions to take part in the ICO that I am really keen on. So have to wait and see. Have to wait and see. It's not available yet to even take part in. So people saying, oh, what is it? What is it? Guessing. It's not even available yet. So there we are, mere belech. So, you know, watch this space and wait. Wait, do I like Blue Zell? No, I don't like Blue Zell. No, I met the CTO Pavel or something at the Neo DevCon, and he said to me, you know, he's like, it's a centralized system. Why do we need decentralization? Why do we need decentralization? And that lost me straight away. So Blue Zell, you lost me at why. The key Q coin, 2 cents, 2 cents. Nice. I think that is good. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. Bcash dying? No, it's not dying. You know, it's suffered the same rate of loss as Bitcoin and Ethereum. So, you know, you've just got to kind of, well, maybe not the same, you know, because Bitcoin Cash was at once at 4 grand and now it's at 900, and Ethereum, the highest it's gotten was like about 1,300. So it's lost less than half, whereas Bitcoin has lost 3/4. So Bitcoin Cash has lost 3/4. So Sunny Delight. Funny. So lots of good ones. Trinity Network prediction. Well, I'll refer you to Lola. She said $10. So there we are. Long way for that to go. Times 1,000. Times not 1,000. So so if I got Trinity at 18, got Trinity at 18. So $1.80 would be times 10. $18 would be times 100. So yeah, so it's got 100. It's got times 100 in it over the next 24 months apparently. Ethos. I've not looked at Ethos. Let's have a look at Ethos. $3. Nice. It's back in the green. Back in the green, Ethos. Cool. Something I actually was looking at, just a bit of a hedge bet, was bread, funnily enough. The Me Too product. This is just at ICO price right now, and today it was at 50 something. So I did get a little bit, just because it's gotten up to $3.20. So got it for gains, not really for what's the word? Not for not because I think it's better than Ethos, put it that way. Anyway, 350 market cap now. Bread's really good position. Naga coin, I don't really care. Naga coin, I don't really care. Anything that Roger Ver has his name attached to is not as good as having like Vitalik attached to. So that's really all Naga is good for. I got the key. I got secret. Theta. Didn't give a fuck about Theta, to be honest. Pre-search. Give me a 1 minute review on pre-search. Well, see as though you've paid $5. You know, let's have a look at pre-search. So pre-search is basically decentralized Google. This went up to $1.40, I think, on launch. It's got a very low total supply. And yeah, it went to I'm sure it went up to $1.40 or something thereabouts. Threat abouts. Yeah, $1.40, yeah. So pre-search is basically a Google alternative, a decentralized Google alternative, so that you are not pushed adverts that essentially have money. So, you know, if you think about Google, like almost like the centralized world, okay? If you've got the money, you can get your adverts in front of people, and it prices out the little people. So I think that what pre-search are looking to do is just make it an open and fair system for everyone. So that's what pre-search are, a Google search, a search engine for the decentralized world that allows you to be paid every time you search. And what else? And also for bringing people to pre-search. So it's good. It's good. There we are. There's your 1 minute review. Probably a little bit more. So you got more for your money there. Anyway, so there are tons of cryptocurrencies now making the move. But I wanted to bring this to you really to give you a sanity check and really just to echo the sentiment that I've brought you in here, which is essentially, I hope this is good learning, because the best time to buy is in the dips. Always wait for the dips. And if the dips don't come, don't go for it sometimes. You know, I missed out on Dash for exactly that reason. The dip never came, I never went in. Now, the price of a Dash Masternode today is just under $500,000. I wanted this to just go down just a little bit more. And then I would have sold something to buy it. But unfortunately, that never came. So I've had to leave it. And sometimes you just got to leave it. But wait for the dips, because it makes sure that you don't get burnt when it all goes down like it did. Most people get burnt when they buy as it's going, when they buy at the peak. Don't buy at ATHs. Buy at the dips. So, that's it. I hope that that's helped you. Hopefully, we're going to see some good news. If good news comes out of that meeting, then we could be seeing the end. We could be seeing the end of this massive lull, because America is the biggest economy that affects the market cap. It's not China, it's not Korea, it's America. Now, if Americans are able to get involved in ICOs, boom, it's going to go for it. It's going to go for it. It's going to be good news. It's going to instill confidence. People are going to return back to cryptocurrency if they were slightly put off or whatever. And it's going to be a return to greatness. So we just got to wait and see. And sometimes, and one of the reasons why I got in at this dip is just in case something like that does happen. You know, it's like investing, if you've watched Wall Street, and the tip that Bud gives to Gordon Gekko is that, you know, invest in Blue Star Airlines because they're about to have a favourable ruling. And he goes, how do you know? And Bud goes, I just know. And then he does put in a ton of money and he makes a shit ton off it because the ruling is favourable. Now, I don't know if we're going to have a favourable ruling. We don't know what's going to happen as a result. But if you buy in, you know, now, then when it, well, not necessarily now, but certainly earlier, then that would have been a really good, you'd be poised to take advantage if that ruling is favourable. If it subsequently isn't favourable, I don't think that cryptocurrency is going to drop drastically, but it's still a good position to be in. One of the reasons why I'm so comfortable in cryptocurrency, because a lot of people say, Superman, how can you be so cheerful? How can you be so positive? You know, how are you able to be like this, Superman? Are you human? And the fact is that I've taken I've bought a lot of the cryptocurrencies I hold when it was much lower than it achieved during this bear period. So I'm not unhappy. Obviously, I was happier when I had about 2.5 million more. But at the same time, you know, you can't be too, you know, you got to count your blessings sometimes. You know, before November, I was drastically, you know, my total size of my portfolio wasn't gigantic, but once, you know, December and January happened, it was like, oh my God, oh, I'm rich. And it's gone down a bit, but I'm still in a really good position for when it goes back up. And that's the key thing, is, you know, these times are the times that make multi-millionaires. These are the times when people that bought high Bitcoin, sold it or put it into Tether, and then waited for it to reach a level like this and then reinvest that whole amount back in and get 3 times more. That's where multi-millionaires are made. Okay, they're made by not being stupid and selling low. Okay, and even the ones that had a large portfolio before the crash and didn't sell a thing, basically me, and didn't sell a thing, you know, when it goes back up and over, you'll be back in the good times again. So, you know, the key thing is not to sell when these things happen, unless you hold a really shit coin, in which case you probably should sell for something a bit better that's going to really bounce when the market rises again. And then you will basically, you'll benefit from that amazing decision. Okay, but the worst thing you could do is buy really high, like when the market cap was about 800 billion, approaching the 830 billion, and then selling it when it went down to 400 billion, and, you know, and not having any position at all. Once you sell, that's it, it's gone, you know. So the best thing you can do is just keep it for when it does return, and it always does return. So there we are. There's my 2 sats. So any last decent questions? I get a lot of criticism for having long streams, so I try not to make them too long. By the way, peeps, there's 4K people watching. Smash up ye old likeos. Smash them up. And smash up the sales. Smash up the sales. Did Suppo sell his ethos? No. What do you think I am, an idiot? No, I haven't sold ethos at all. No, no chance. Ethos is still my #1. Kiss me, Suppo. Not gay, though. Okay. There you go. As I said, I'm indiscriminate with my love. Any more for any more? Where can I watch the hearing? I don't think you can watch it. I think it's a closed hearing. Do you not buy Neo? No, of course I don't buy Neo. I bought Neo when it was $4, man. You know, I take my positions when I know it's going to, you know, be a powerhouse coin. And I told you at the time it was $4. If you go back, if you retrace, using the operative word, if you retrace back to when I made my video on Neo back in August or something, you know, it was $4.50, and I said it was going to be a 4-figure coin back then. So that's when I took a large position. So no, I didn't buy any Neo. I don't need to buy Neo. It's just silly. Silly idea. Super, why don't you buy more ethos? I don't need more ethos. I've got enough. There's no point in buying ethos at like 100 times the price I got in at. I mean, that's just stupid. Anyway, so Mexico. Good morning, Crypt Fever. I think that's it. Let's have a look at Expire quickly. I know my mate Shingo Levine from Ethos fame is involved in this. 5 cents. Shahid. 151,000 volume. Nah. I never got in on Expire. A lot of people said, "Super, you getting on Expire?" And I said, no, I don't see the appeal. You know, so didn't. I have, you know, I don't just invest in anything. I invest in things that I see the appeal in. So there we are. There we are, Marble Arch. So time to go Mexico. Thank you for joining me today on another episode of Savage Crash, Savage Recovery, in fact. And really, this, I hope, whether or not it goes up or down from this point in, I hope this has taught you something, that cryptocurrency is not dead, it's not going anywhere, it's not the end, despite what Richard Hart said. And looking back on it, you know, Richard Hart is actually promoting his own coin, CFD or CFJ or something, can't remember, CFJ coin or something, based on the Ethereum blockchain. So he's a massive Ethereum evangelist now and he hates Bitcoin. What does that remind you of? Oh yeah, Roger Ver, who talks down Bitcoin now that he's got his own cryptocurrency. So, you know, sometimes you've got to look at the agendas behind people, and that stops the credibility of their argument. So, you know, it's not dead. It's not dead. It's not going anywhere, peeps. It's not going anywhere. Let's just have one final look at the market cap. 345. Bitcoin just under 7,300. This morning it was under 6 grand. So look at that. There we are. There we are. Marble of the Arch variety. So loads of great coins. Take your pick. Take your pick, peeps. See, the thing is, what I enjoyed about today is that Bitcoin was going up as alts were still falling. Now, some alts are still rising now, but the fact of the matter is that, You're in a better position. You know, don't look necessarily, oh, Bitcoin's going up, I've missed my chance to buy. No, because you can still look at some of the altcoins that you really like. They may not have risen at the rate Bitcoin has, so you can get it much cheaper than, you know, you may have been able to get this morning. You know, it's all relative. Not everything moves at the same rate. So take your pick. Plenty of amazing coins out there. Just, you know, buy Lola. God, you guys really loved Lola, didn't you? She's back at work now in Shanghai, now working on Ye Old Trinity, delivering the value for anybody who's invested, and it's still well cheap. If you invested this time last week, you would have paid about 40 cents. Now it's half the price. Half the price, people. 50% off. Congratulations. That's it. That's it. So time to go. Wife smashed. Time to go. So thank you for joining me, peeps. Thank you for being here on another episode of Ye Old Savage, on Ye Old Savage Crash, or Recovery, whichever. And I'll see you next time. Adios, peeps. It's lights out, all out.